You're watching Let's Chat.
What advice would you give somebody who is in the early stages of either their playing or coaching career? Take a Rusty Wright, who is now at UTC. What piece of advice would you give him to give him the longevity that you were able to achieve?
You know, Rusty don't need my advice. He knows what to do. He's doing it well, too. But I would just have to say, be yourself. You know, don't try to be Barry Bryant or Nick Saban or anybody of that stature. Be yourself, do what you know's right, and do it as hard as you can. Coaching is a thing that players don't really like you till after they leave if you're doing a good job, because you're making them go to a point they don't normally want to go. And if to be successful, I think you got to have a lot of positive feedback after they get through playing for you.
And in both coaching and playing at the level you were involved with, it's a heck of a lot more than a 40-hour-a-week job.
I can't tell you how, I bet we put 40 hours in the first 2 days of the week. But I mean, and we're not the only one. Anybody that's successful at it, we were first in and last out, and you go 7 days a week. There's no off time, and especially the way the NFL's gotten now. But even in college, we were, you know, in before daylight and out late at night. I mean, very little family life. You got to really love the game to be dedicated enough to stay with it.
Kind of along that same line, what advice would you give players who are starting out, whether it be high school or college, about pursuing a career in football?
You know, I've had that same conversation with my grandkids. I got one working with Will Healy at Charlotte, and I got another one that wants to coach. It's in high school. So I think the main thing I'd tell them is that you better be sure that that's what you want to do. And if you are, then you got to be dedicated enough to spend the hours it takes. If you're getting in it for any other reason, the money, the glory that you get, maybe that you think you get, that's the wrong reasons. It won't work. You gotta be dedicated enough that that's all you want to do.
If you had the opportunity to address your fan base, the Buddy Nix fan base, one-on-one, what would you tell them?
I think you'd have to just be thankful for the support you got. Now, we got a lot of criticism, too. Everybody does is in the business. Anybody's throwing the ball around in the backyard thinks they know more than you do about it, and especially on Monday mornings, you know, the day after the game. But the good far outweighs the bad. You just have to live with that and appreciate the support you get out of these fans.
Let's shift gears here for a minute and talk about if you were still coaching and all of a sudden back in late January and February this thing comes out nobody's heard of. COVID-19, the coronavirus. What do you think of the way the NFL is handling that now?
You know, I think every day is a new day, just like it is with us. First of all, I want to tell you I'm thankful that we got football. On the NFL level, the college level, high school, we need that. I mean, you need some normalcy in your life, and it's important to a lot of people. I think as far as any guidelines, those are handed down by doctors, and the NFL's got, I mean, money's not a problem, so they get the best advice you can get. I think I appreciate them in the fact that they never wavered that they were going to play. They said from day one, we're going to play and we're going to finish the season. Now, it remains to be seen if that happens. Things change, and there's going to be some cancellations and some disappointments, but I appreciate the fact that they made a commitment. We're going to find a way to do it in a safe manner, and I think that was the right decision.